Hello neighbors, it's Brad here from Etrailer, and today I'm in Boyden, Iowa at the Demco headquarters and manufacturing facility where we got to see Demco products made. And these are all products that I handle on a daily basis when doing flat tows, fifth wheels, or even couplers. They cover so many different towing products, and they have plenty of experts here to break down some of their products a little bit more, to give you some understanding, as well as allow me to ask those questions on products that I handle every day. So Verlin, most times I see a coach, there's a car behind it. And it's when you get to the campsite, you don't want to have to take the coach around, you're already hooked up. So a lot of people have a car that gets around, and flat tows are really common, but it's very small number of cars can be flat towed.
Absolutely.
So you guys have an option for someone that maybe has a car they don't want to set up for a flat tow, or they want to bring that car along but not really have to go through all the trouble of the install. And how do you guys fix that?
Well, at Demco, we offer a full line of flat tow solutions. So between Demco and Etrailer, we can get you fixed up whether you want a flat tow or dolly tow. So a couple of the key factors behind dolly towing is exactly what you mentioned. If your truck or small truck or your car is not towable, put the front wheels up on a dolly. Basically designed for a front wheel type vehicle, front wheel drive type vehicle. Sometimes people trade cars frequently, and it gets expensive to put the braking system and a base plate on every year or 2 years. And so a dolly is another option that way if you trade vehicles frequently.
Now we have two different ones here. We have the KarKaddy SS as well as the KarKaddy X. So what's the difference between the two?
Okay, so the KarKaddy SS is kind of our top of the line model. So this is a galvanized unit, which is really a nice, long-lasting, durable finish that lasts for years. This unit also is our SS, which stands for Space Saver. And so what that means is we can pull that pin on the tongue, we can fold the tongue, and we can fold the ramps. So we'll just kind of give you a little example here. Basically, when we do that, we're making this dolly half its original length. So we went from 133 inches in length down to 67 inches in length, so basically half. A lot of times when you get to the campground and you've got this big long tow dolly sticking out behind, some campgrounds don't like that. Also, it takes up some of your campground site space. So what you can do with this is fold it in half and tuck it right up behind the coach.
So this is not just a trailer that tows a car down the road. It's got quite a few features. It looks like we have surge coupler as well as some steering on it.
Absolutely. So this is the all self-contained braking system on the dolly. So this is a hydraulic surge brake system, and there's disc brakes on the dolly. So basically this is the actuator. Has a built-in safety cable, so in the event that you had a catastrophic disconnect, this would apply the brakes and stop your car in the dolly. And then it goes back to a disc brake system back here on the dolly. Talked about steering. There is a pin here that we'll just pull real quick. This pin would be left in if you're pulling the dolly empty. But just before you load the car on, you want to remove that pin. So as you're driving down the road, when you take a corner, this dolly is going to steer with the vehicle. So as you steer, this is a steerable axle. So the advantages of a steerable axle over the swivel deck style is it really tows right behind your motorhome, and it follows in the same track as the motorhome. So I would say if you're in town and you miss the curb with the motorhome, the dolly in the car is going to follow right around in that same track and miss the curb as well.
And then as far as hooking up, obviously there's lights on here. 4-pole?
Yep, that's correct. 4 flat, standard 4 flat. And we're going to give you brake tail turn lights in the back. We've got marker lights on the front, and then we also have marker lights in the center, and we've got a license plate bracket here that folds down when you load the car. Folds up and provides a little license plate light if you're towing the dolly empty, so you're legal.
Okay, so SS is maybe all the bells and whistles.
Correct.
So, but the X is a great option for who?
The X is really a great option for anyone as well. It is a well-built dolly, a lot of the same capacity features as the SS. 4,800 pound tow capacity, 3,500 pound axle weight capacity, hydraulic surge brakes, and disc brakes as well. The X is just a little bit wider because it has a swivel deck on top rather than the steerable axle that the SS has. That allows us to move the wheels out just 2 more inches and allows the deck to swivel. So if you've got a little wider vehicle, we can put a vehicle on up to 78 inches on that dolly. Also, it has just a touch lower profile than the SS, so if you've got a low-to-the-ground car, this is probably one of the lowest dollies on the market as far as load angle clearance is concerned.
So once you get the car loaded up, is there anything you need to do on the vehicle side to go down the road?
You know, in the instruction manual, we have full instructions of how to load the vehicle. You know, we're going to tell you put the park brake on while you're strapping it down. Release the park brake. Many of the vehicles today do have a steering wheel that is not locking because of the push-button ignition. So we do include a steering wheel strap now with every tow dolly. And what you'd want to do is just secure that steering wheel. If it does not lock with your ignition, this has 2 hooks on it. You hook it underneath where the seat attaches to the floor, wrap it around the steering wheel and cinch it tight, and that'll keep the steering wheel from turning on your vehicle.
So at the end of the day, you know, if you're getting a car that you need to tow down the road, these are a great option. And when it comes to storage, a little bit bigger footprint on the X, but you have a handle here. They're really lightweight. So if you have, you know, a large storage shed or whatever, this is going to be able to be moved around with no problem. But this is great. The fact that you can kind of save all that space and condense it down into a much smaller footprint, definitely a great option for someone.
Yeah, absolutely. Demco likes to offer a variety of dollies. If you're looking for something that maybe your budget's a little tight and space isn't an issue, the KarKaddy X is certainly a great option. If you're looking for the foldability of it and the longevity of the galvanized unit, KarKaddy SS is the way to go.
And I mean, you guys are, this isn't your first rodeo. You guys have been doing a KarKaddy for quite a while?
Yeah, since the early 1980s is when the first KarKaddy came out. So many, many years of tow dolly knowledge.
So great option for those of you that want to bring that car along, but a flat tow might be a little bit more of an endeavor that you want to go into, or maybe you don't plan on keeping a car or it wasn't ready to be flat towable. It happens, but you still want to bring that car along. KarKaddy is going to be the way to do that. So huge thanks to Verlin for taking the time to show us the Demco KarKaddy.
Thank you for stopping by.